Well, the U.S. government could be rage selling their $2 billion worth of Bitcoin because, of course, they are. You can't let Donald Trump hold it as a strategic reserve asset. Can't any more on that story. Of course, in today's video, we're looking at the price action on Bitcoin. We've got Ethereum news. We got meme coin news. It's going to be a good time. You ready? Let's dive into it. So first and foremost, this story came out, man. And as soon as I saw this, I just thought, oh, come on. You're telling me that was planned, that they were always just going to move it? It has nothing to do with Donald Trump's speech just a couple days ago, where he said, hey, you know that 212,000 Bitcoin or whatever we currently own? Let's hold it as a strategic reserve asset for America, man. Well, they're moving it. The U.S. government's moving some of their Bitcoin around. Doesn't necessarily mean they're selling it. Okay, they're just moving it to new addresses, but that new address could have been an OTC buyer for all we know. Okay, so WTF, man. Is the U.S. government rage selling their damn Bitcoin? Can't let Trump get the win, man. It's good for America, okay? Of course, markets didn't like that. What's funny, though, we've just literally gone through Germany selling 50,000 Bitcoin. We've gone through Mt. Gox, and most of that's already done with. Oh, we're worried about the U.S. government rage selling a few $billion worth of Bitcoin. Come on, guys. Bitcoin ETFs have eaten up more than that in the last 2 weeks. We're going to be fine, okay? But people do love to freak out, don't they? Be super petty if they were literally selling that just for political reasons to get one over on Donald, you know? That's just the ultimate being sore losers. Why don't they come out and say, hey, you know what? Screw that. We're going to run ahead of you. Here was our idea the whole time. That wasn't your idea. Stole it from us. And we're going to keep the Bitcoin strategic reserve asset. So there you go, crypto people. No, instead they just rather rage sell it, wouldn't they? Cynthia Loomis coming in hot with a good hot take here. So this is the first action taken after Kamala Harris wants to set her reset with Bitcoin and cryptocurrency companies and communities. When somebody shows you who they are, believe them. 100%. 100%. Fascinating, isn't it? Oh, yeah, you know, they just can't help themselves. The current administration hates crypto so much. I don't believe any of their attempts to make inroads with the cryptocurrency industry. I feel that's extreme platitudes at this point. I know Donald Trump's going to say a lot of stuff on the campaign trail. Not everything's necessarily going to become true, including adding Bitcoin as a strategic reserve asset to the Federal Reserve. However, at least he's talking about it, which is crazy in of itself that we are this far, that these have become political issues in America. Balaji pointing out attacking crypto means risking your seat now. And this is in response to Tom Dunleavy, who said, this is insane. By the way, in case you want to know how serious of an issue crypto is in America right now, again, not only are all major political candidates being forced to take a position on it, Tom Dunleavy saying crypto now has the #1 super PAC in the USA. Look at that, $202 million. That's just ahead of the Make America Great Again super PAC. Okay. By like $1 million. So it's not like crazy out there or anything, but still, it's literally the #1 super PAC in America right now by total money raised is a cryptocurrency super PAC. Do you understand the importance of what's going on here? And so Kamala's out here. Maybe she put in the order. Maybe it's somebody else in the administration. Who knows? Guys, get out there quick and dump that Bitcoin. You can't let Donald have the win and add that as a reserve asset. Why don't you guys take the win? Well, it's sitting there for you. Pick it up. But they won't do it. $200 million is watching. $200 million is going to not only back whatever they see to be the most pro-crypto presidential candidate, which obviously currently is Donald Trump, whether you like it or not. You don't have to love Trump, but you do have to look and understand that he is the most pro-crypto candidate besides RFK Jr. Sorry, guys. I like RFK. I think he's an honest dude who's got good intentions, but I don't think he's going to win the election. I'd be surprised if he did. Fine. Matty G says 50K loading, all your burlishness will get your followers wrecked. Dude, as I've said before, Maddie, until we pass over 72K, there's nothing to get super excited about. We're ranging sideways until then, okay? And look, bro, if you think 50K is getting wrecked, okay, check back in a few months. Let's see where we are, okay? And I guess if we're down, you can come back and have your victory lap and enjoy yourself, my dude. But the thing is, I'm looking long term in this asset class. Intraday price movements, all that kind of stuff. It just doesn't worry me that much. Okay. Where are we going in the cycle? Where are we going in the cycle? Are you only thinking about what happens next week or tomorrow for the price? Come on. Anyway, look at this. Look at this, man. Look how big this is right now. This is absolute insanity. Come on. Come on. Major political issue in America right now. And one party's on the wrong side of that equation. Rookie XBT heard the great point, said you can buy Bitcoin now for the same price that it was in 2021. But buying for the same price now versus 2021 is a very different equation. We now have Mt. Gox largely finished. Gemini problems largely finished. Grayscale problems largely finished. Germany behind us. Seized US Bitcoin. It's working itself out one way or another. What's ahead? Rate cuts, FTX cash repayments. And this FTX thing, man, this is one of those wild card events that could be super, super good for the cryptocurrency industry. Because basically you got $16 billion in cash that's going to be given to crypto investors. What do you think they're going to do with it? They're always going to take $16 billion and put it into US treasuries, man. Probably not. A lot of that money is going to go back into crypto, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, all the other crazy shit. Okay. Game theory playing out because, again, crypto right now has become a major political issue. And I also people, don't talk about politics, man. Just tell me what the price is going to do. Dude, you have to understand. Crypto, Bitcoin has always been political. Okay, there's some people who want to run and hide away from the reality of what Bitcoin is. Hey, we're going to overthrow the system and overthrow central banks and take this to global reserve currency. But don't talk about politics, man. Money's political. Money's always been political, and Bitcoin's a very political asset. I know we all just want to get rich, and that's fine too. But that's the reality of the asset, whether you want to look at it like that or not. Now that we have the game theory playing out, what happens when the United States now talking about adding a strategic reserve asset? China's going to see that. UK is going to see it. UAE is going to see it. Saudi's going to see it. Everyone sees that. Now everyone's got to ask themselves, what's our Bitcoin strategy? James Lavish saying, if you believe Bitcoin has already run its course, you are not paying attention. BlackRock says model portfolios make allocations to Bitcoin ETFs later this year. We also have other lots of other big organizations that are going to be getting behind it. RAC, Lark's a Trumpy, not a good look, man. Here's the truth, my dude. I don't vote in America. I can't vote in America. I live in New Zealand, okay? I don't really care who you guys vote for. I'm just giving you the facts as they are on the ground. It doesn't mean you have to be in one person's camp or the other. It doesn't really matter to me who all you Americans end up voting for. I'm looking at the political issue, the importance of what has happened with crypto, okay, becoming a major political issue in the United States, and looking at the facts. Who are the pro and anti-crypto candidates? Right now, it's a very stark difference between the two leading candidates. You can tell yourself that's not the case, but it is the case. Okay? Okay. Continuing. Bitcoin ETF inflows for the day, $123 million. BlackRock still buying hard. Look at that. Crazy stuff. Price of Bitcoin currently is a bit rejected here. Hopefully, we're not going to see a double top coming in here. Maybe stretched out a bit too far for that. Let's see if we get a retest again of the 50-day EMA. We don't really need another retest of the 50-day EMA, but hey, you know what? Things happen, man. Things happen. It's all good if it does. Again, long-term picture. I don't really care what happens tomorrow, next week. What are we going to be by the end of the year? What's looking like the picture for 2025, right? Short-term price actions, largely just noise, okay? Okay. Elja says Bitcoin Wyckoff accumulation pattern happened exactly as predicted. So far, so good for Bitcoin Wyckoff. Let's see Let's see how it goes. Tony says, I must admit, I liked Vance. I just watched that over the weekend with the missus, and I liked it too. Man, look, I grew up in Western Pennsylvania, which is not so distinctively different from the hill countries of Kentucky or rural Ohio. Okay. A lot of that spoke to me on a personal level. I was like, yeah, I grew up around a lot of households like that, a lot of crazy drug abuse and alcoholism and all the rest of the shit. So anyway, we're getting guys, take a breather in the comment section. I see everybody there getting a little bit too excited. Okay, it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. All right. U.S. national debt reaches all-time high, $35 frickin' trillion. That's a lot of money, man. That's a lot of money. You guys kidding me? Are you guys kidding me? $35 trillion. What? People in charge either have no idea what they're doing or they know what they're doing, which is even scarier. I don't know. Maybe both are equally scary. We're going to skip over that one. Take a breath. Understand this chart. This is a very interesting chart shared by Ask Crypto Wealth over on X. So what's interesting is Bitcoin, these are monthly charts here, we've come down and retested basically the zone that was previous price resistance. That was essentially the retest, the bearish retest before things went down back here in 2022. We had a retest now, but we're on the flip side of that. Now we're retesting that as an area of price support, potential for a rockin' and rollin' Q3, Q4, probably Q1 next year. But the fat lady will sing at some point, so don't forget to take profits, guys, okay? Noodles saying we're about to enter the parabolic phase of the market. This could last for 5 to 10 months. We don't know yet. This is the final stage of the cycle. Charts are loading slowly and will go parabolic suddenly for 2 to 3 months. Basically, we're about to enter another speculative bubble like 2017, 2021, where they'll subsequently witness various Burj Khalifa-like patterns. When it happens fast, okay? Seriously. If you haven't been around for a cycle before, you grind and you grind and you grind, and then everything just explodes one day, and then it implodes. So you have to make sure you get out, okay? Hey, let's do a real quick shout out to today's video sponsor, which is Control Wallet. Control Wallet. So, Control Wallet, guys. Again, thanks to them for sponsoring today's video. This is the most comprehensive, most user-friendly crypto wallet in the game. It supports all major blockchains. We say all major blockchains mean all major blockchains. Bitcoin, Ethereum, all EVM supportive chains, Solana, Cosmos chains, Tron, Thor chain. In fact, 1,800 in total, which is a ridiculous. I didn't even know there were that many chains. 1,800 chains, more than any other wallet on earth. Takes in all kinds of tokens, all the NFTs. It's got you covered. It's nuts. Control also lets you create a wallet through a Google account in just a matter of a few clicks, which is pretty damn awesome. Process very, very smooth. Also going through other socials. You can use your X account, for example, as a login, which makes sense, of course, considering how crypto friendly that particular social media app is. You can swap and bridge any asset directly inside the wallet, pay fees across all chains using the gas tank and a single balance of XDFI, which is their universal gas token, or USDC. So you can pay all your gas fees using one balance of tokens. By the way, 75% of all swap and bridging revenue is used to market, buy back, and burn those XDFI tokens. Now, if you want to join the Control Cabal, if you want to sign up for their exclusive mobile beta, link down below in the description. Go check it out. Thanks again to the guys over at Control for sponsoring today's video. So let us continue here. Go check it out. Seriously, link in the description. Let's continue. Ethereum still failing to reclaim the 150-day EMAs. One of these days, guys. Fingers crossed. Let's check the inflows for today, see where we're at. Don't have the BlackRock numbers yet. Probably not. No, BlackRock numbers always come in last. Another $210 million of Ethereum flowing out from Grayscale. $1.7 billion in total already out. Now, fantastic fantastic news. Love it. Love it. 20% already. And you can see $210 million. That's under half of what the first day was. Okay, so here we are a week later, and day 5 has half the outflow. So we're already starting to see volumes of outflows from Grayscale slow down. Maybe we get another 600 to 800 million out through the rest of the week. Great, fantastic news. The sooner the better. And much like with Bitcoin, you'll have the initial very strong outflow days. And after maybe 2 weeks or so, most of the people who want to reposition will likely have repositioned. And, and continue to have slow outflows over time. But most of the money that wanted to exit quickly will have. And then we can start talking about positive inflows. And Wall Street's probably waiting for a good slowdown in Grayscale before they start buying. Okay? Now, that's the Ethereum ETF updates for you. Well, actually, I have more, but that's the numbers for today. The Ethereum ETF net outflow yet to subside, but it's likely will happen in the next week. When it does, it's up only from there. Fingers crossed. Digging the bullish vibes. Larry Fink is laughing in disbelief that the market is going to let him run back the exact playbook on the ETH ETFs as the Bitcoin ETFs. The percent of ETH outflows right now corresponds to the percent of GBTC outflows between January 23rd and January 24th. It is truly going to be that simple, isn't it? Gosh, if it is, it's absolutely nuts. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Currently long Ethereum, by the way, with a pretty generous stop loss. Got stopped out twice. Having too tight of stop losses this week. We're going to widen up that stop loss. Pray for me, guys. Pray for me. Pray for my long. Okay. Very interesting. I think we will see that subside later on this week. Hopefully see a bit more strength building into Ethereum. Okay. Talking about Solana, BlackRock saying no Solana ETF in the near term. So probably not a Solana ETF while Gary Gensler is in office next year, when hopefully we get a new administration, just from a crypto perspective again. I guess if it's Kamala, you can expect Gary Gensler to stay on. If you're a crypto investor, that should worry you, because Gary's not going to do any favors to the crypto industry. He'll basically be given a 4-year-long carte blanche to do whatever he wants and to keep pursuing all these companies and doing his nefarious deeds. If we get a new administration, Gary's going to be fired. We're going to get a pro-crypto SEC head coming in. Watch out. That could give you the Solana ETF. Trump gets elected, you get a Solana ETF. Kamala gets elected, probably no Solana ETF. Again, you can have all your opinions on the candidates, but that's where their crypto positioning currently is leading me to speculate, okay? That's what they've been telegraphing with their crypto positioning in terms of their policy and things towards the market. Solana has as much 24-hour DEX volume as Ethereum and every layer 2 combined. Holy freaking cow, $2 billion in 24-hour DEX volume. Look at that. That's absolutely freaking nuts, man. It's crazy, too, to see like Linea, only $24 million. I mean, layer 2s are struggling, man. Absolutely struggling, but it's pretty crazy to see regardless. Hopefully we get a great Linea airdrop, obviously hoping for a great Linea airdrop. Solana flipped Ethereum in all layer 2s combined in total economic value last week. There's other stats too, total daily active addresses, all that kind of stuff, okay? Joe the Toe, you can go back and watch the start of the stream about the U.S. government potentially selling off the Silk Road Bitcoin, potentially as a spite move or a counter narrative news view for what Trump was talking about, adding a strategic reserve asset. Okay, that is what we're talking about here. Okay, so if you want to understand the title, usually check the start of the video. That's when we tend to talk about what the title of the video is about. Not always, but usually. Solana set to close July with 30% gain, aiming to challenge its yearly high of $210. Well, the meme coin craze gets a lot of credit, and it does. Solana is the #1 casino in crypto right now. Solana's liquid staking ecosystem also a key factor here, with Jito and Marinade Finance driving the increase, seeing huge rise. Look at this. 1 month change. Jito up 40%, total value locked. Marinade up 30%. Absolutely crazy numbers. Now, here is a picture of Emma Stone holding up her phone with the smoking chicken fish, man. I know, man. You know what I should have done? Bought smoking chicken fish the other day, last week or whatever, when we talked about it on the stream. It's like, this is ridiculous. Smoking chicken fish, get out of here with this nonsense. I've succumbed to the broth, my friends. We got some smoking chicken fish. Look, it's just a very, very small amount. And as I mentioned here, just the fact that I've finally succumbed and I'm buying a tiny bit of this is probably a top signal. It's probably going to go to zero now. Okay. So just keep that in mind. If you ever want to see my portfolio disclosures, you can find that in the description. We haven't actually added smoking chicken fish to that yet. We'll get around to it. We update that the weekend. But anyway, telling you now, so you know. But yeah, a little bit of smoking chicken fish, man. It's a fun, I got to give it to him, man. It's a pretty funny meme. It's a pretty funny meme. The Emma Stone thing, man, got me. It's done. Anyway, smoking chicken fish, man. What is this? Holy cow! It's up. The power of the broth. No, but seriously, that's probably like $80 million valuation or something right now. So risk reward is changing pretty fast on it. But I'm just throwing a few $1,000 in for the giggles. But it's meme coin, guys. Be careful, okay? Be careful. Smoking chicken fish, guys. What is this stuff? Hey, real quick, if you are a cryptocurrency trader, you can get a $500 free trade over on Bybit. That's applicable for like Bitcoin or Ethereum, Pepe, stuff like that. So you can choose what you have your $500 trade be. And they're also doing a $100,000 prize giveaway right now. That's trading funds, that's F1 tickets, and all kinds of cool stuff. So if you want to check that out, link in the description as well as details on how you can claim those sweet rewards. So let's talk crypto. What do you guys want to talk about? I want to talk about hydration, guys. Remember to stay hydrated, okay? Drink water. Justin asks, what do you think is going to be the best performing narrative this run? So far, it's really just been meme coins, hasn't it? As much of a player versus player cutthroat market that is, as much bullshit as you see in that. I mean, can't argue the reality that meme coins have been sucking up massive amounts of attention and liquidity this cycle. And so far, it's been the best performing narrative. Solana has been an incredibly strong narrative. Base will continue to be, has been, and will continue to be. Look at Brett, look at Aerodrome, look at the insane gains that have happened there. We'll see other big wins happening on the Base ecosystem. Telegram Open Network, I think we're going to see some big stuff happening. They already have, Not Coin and others have gone absolutely insane. We'll see others follow in their footpaths. So there's lots of different things that are performing well. What's the best one? Hard to say exactly. My thought would be niche down on what you think has value, right? Are you big into Solana? Then niche down on the Solana ecosystem, figure out what are the ways to make money over there, play the meme coin game, play the liquid staking game, play the DeFi game, whatever. Play the games. There's games there too that are pretty cool. And figure that out, right? And be the Solana guy or be the base guy or whatever it might be, right? Especially if you don't have like unlimited time in the market, like, my full-time job talking crypto, right? Dimensions Joe says, I'm not selling shit. There you go. There's a pretty damning expose on Solana that just came out, and to be honest, it's pretty shocking what's happening. I will look that up after the stream. Most want to get rich fast and they won't do the research. Just the reality. Yeah. They sure do. John Doe says, damn, they speak English in New Zealand. Yes, it is. There's an English-speaking country, one of the few in the world. We've got quite a few English-speaking countries around the world here. We've got Ireland. Got the UK, right? Australia, obviously. New Zealand. We're English-speaking countries, former British colonies. Other places are arguably English-speaking countries, whether you want to talk about like Nigeria or Singapore, or whatever, where English has official language status. Anyway, yes, tax rates, top rate's 39%. It's pretty rough. Pretty rough, man. On Base Summer, Benji, the good boy of Base, the good dog on Base. Marketing ambassador for Benji, by the way. But I got some bags, man. Had some bags before we became marketing ambassador, and we're still fans of Benji around here, okay? When base season kicks off really big time, when a lot of normies start coming back into the market, I can see it doing very well. How do you stay in shape, Lark? Well, it's a challenge having 2 little kids, let me tell you that. But I try to wake up at 6 every day. It's not always totally successful, but I try to wake up at 6 every day. And if I am lucky, my son will give me 45 minutes to an hour before he wakes up that I can, do a bit of cardio, do some weights, stuff like that. So I try. I'm starting to lose faith in Ethereum, maybe another year or two, and then I will, I guess, sell the remaining holdings. Well, definitely sentiment I've been hearing. I still think ETH's a pretty strong asset for the cycle, especially now that we have ETFs. I know it's been an initial drain with all this grayscale BS going on. That won't last forever. But, as I've said before, and I will continue to say, I am selling all my Ethereum this cycle. All of it. Every last one. Maybe I'll keep a few bucks around for gas fees, but you know what I'm saying, right? We're going to sell it all. See you later, Ethereum. Thanks for the good times. That doesn't mean that I'm going to be anti-Ethereum or something like that. In fact, I'll probably rebuy ETH during the next bear market. However, I also like money. So there's that. Why do you live in New Zealand? Well, why I came to New Zealand and why I decided to stay in New Zealand are 2 different equations, I suppose. I came to New Zealand. Funny story. So 9/11 happens. I'm living in rural Pennsylvania, very small town, middle of nowhere, Appalachian Mountain stuff, very impoverished, ex-coal mining town. You know the deal if you've been through the Rust Belt. And 9/11 happens, and mom had kind of already been getting into the online dating scene, early 2000s. Very, very, very hot. And, I'd been talking to a few guys, whatever. Anyway, so 9/11 happens, and mom says, "Hey, you know what? We're going to get our passports. We're leaving." Like, okay, mom, why? What's going on? She's like, "America's under attack. Let's go." And so we go to the courthouse. We get our passports. Lady at the courthouse is like, "Hey, were you guys going to go on holiday or something?" Mom's like, "No, we're leaving." She's like, "Why are you leaving?" And of course, they had the TV playing with the sort of nonstop loop of the plane hitting the building and all that stuff. And my mom's like, "That's why we're leaving. We're getting out of here. We're going to New Zealand." Okay, so came down to New Zealand. Long story short, I like New Zealand. New Zealand's a very nice country, very chill place to live. That being said, I wouldn't say it's the crypto friendliest country in the world. It's a very chill place to live, very relaxing place. And long term, it's where I see myself being. However, short term, I think I'm going to have an adventure in Dubai because that's going to be fun. Might go there for a few years, hang out, enjoy the scene, be a bit closer to our families because no family are currently living in New Zealand, which is kind of a drag, especially flying 30 hours to get anywhere ever to go see family. But yeah, not the crypto friendliest country, not a crypto antagonistic country either. It's kind of just whatever. Pay your taxes, will be fine. Pay your taxes, everybody. General rule in life, okay? Lark, how many people do you think actually understand what's about to happen? Definitely not enough. And from my comment section, the general vibe on social media, and the general non-paying attention of sort of normies, nowhere near enough people understand what's about to happen. Token 2049. Yes, I will be there. You can come say hi, see me. Lark, I currently live in Australia. I'm thinking moving to New Zealand for tax purposes. I mean, you're not going to save very much, especially as a crypto investor. If you're all in on property and stocks, there's some big advantages regarding capital gains tax here. Crypto is taxed a bit differently, unfortunately. So, talk to a good accountant who really understands the New Zealand scene before you leave Australia to come to New Zealand. Okay. You'll save some money, but probably not as much as you think you're going to. We're already in a recession. The government just changed the definition. There's definitely a lot of scary statistics out there. Lark, do you think a recession will come? There's so many. We got to do another video on this. There's so many things out there that are, the yield curve's uninverting. A lot of economic metrics are starting to trend down, even though we had 2.6 GDP growth. which is very confusing. You have this positive GDP growth, but then you have all this other stuff happening, unemployment rates and stuff like this. Unfortunately, we don't have such a clear picture. Maybe a recession does come, but it's not going to come probably in the next few months, probably like early next year or something like that. I feel there's going to be this final epic rally in the market where we go from where we are now up to pretty crazy valuations for a lot of things. And then the pain comes, whether that's definitively going to be like Q1, Q2, 2025 when shit starts hitting the fan, or if it's going to come a bit later. But the piper is going to have to be paid on some of the craziness that's been happening recently. So, but I think we have some good market rally before then. Personal opinion. Obviously, guys, just, reminder, of course, that investing in crypto is risky. You can lose all your money. Risk statement in the description. Pin comment next. Heal Girl says, I know this takes a big commitment to do these lives almost every night. Thank you. I enjoy them. I hope you do too. I have fun. I have fun talking to you guys. It's one of my favorite things to do during the day. Blade Runner 20, great film. Great film. Recession will be late next year, says Mango Penguins. We shall see. I have been baptized in the holy broth, guys. No, we did buy a very small amount. Again, very small amount, just for the giggles, guys, of smoking chicken fish, because just it got me today. It's too funny. It's too funny. It's too silly. It's too dumb. So, guys, come on, be responsible. It's a silly meme. Okay, don't go betting the farm or anything. All right. It is currently 3 p.m. here in New Zealand. 3 p.m. in New Zealand. What do you think of XRP's future? XRP. Look, as we said about XRP before, and I don't want to go too much rehash of that, but maybe you haven't heard it before. So, look, XRP back in the day was a killer idea, great use case potential. And I know they've got all these partnerships with central banks and they're doing central bank digital currency stuff, which I'm kind of a bit meh on, but I feel like XRP's use case today is definitely not as strong as it used to be, considering you can now send a stablecoin across Solana for a fraction of a penny. It challenges that cool use case that XRP used to have. Now, that being said, doesn't mean that when the SEC suit is settled, which rumors are that's going to happen pretty soon, that XRP can't pump this cycle, because a lot of people like XRP, but man, holy cow. If you have been an XRP holder, and again, guys, I don't care what you guys invest in, make all your money on whatever you want to make on, but here's the thing. If you've been an XRP holder, you haven't been making a lot of money, man. XRP is basically at the same price that it was like back in 2017. You didn't even get a new all-time high last year. Not even close. You can thank the SEC for that. Gary the Protector. Thoughts on XLM? I do not think about XLM, Stellar Lumens. I don't know that a lot of people are thinking about Stellar Lumens. I don't hear anybody. Maybe I'm just in the wrong circles, man. I'm just living in an echo chamber where everybody's talking about Solana and Base and Bitcoin and Ethereum, and they're just not. Stellar Lumens is the big story I'll be talking about. I just don't hear anybody talking about it. I'm surprised it's still a top 100 asset. I don't know. Maybe there's big things happening over there. I'm just not aware of it. I know there's stuff built over there. Okay. I'm not really sure what's built over there, but I know stuff. I know people use it, but it just doesn't really have that much hype or excitement around it. Stellar Lumens compared to XRP. XRP's got a pretty hardcore community of people behind it who have definitely suffered for a while. So shout out to the XRP community. If you're still holding those bags for years and years and years, man, you guys deserve a rally at some point. Stellar Lumens, though, I feel like it never got the rabid sort of cult community behind it. And it doesn't really do very much marketing. There's almost no hype behind it. Not saying they're not doing things, just, great for Jed McCaleb, who probably cashed out for an extra $1 billion on his XLM holdings. Holy cow. You guys know about Jed McCaleb? He's one of the founders of XRP. Dude made billions by just gifting himself 10% of the supply or whatever when they created it, and then, selling it over time for like $1 billion or $2 billion or something. Crazy. Crazy stuff, man. Wild. Some of the richest people, Katanning, Pennsylvania. Yes, I have indeed heard of Katanning, Pennsylvania. So the richest people in the space are actually founders of some major things. Justin Sun's multi-billionaire, founded Tron for example. Jed McCaleb, who you don't hear about very much, he just kind of faded off into the twilight there. Multi-billionaire. Lark will. Okay, this is an interesting one. I've heard this before. Lark, will Solana collapse like Luna? And since the ETH sentiment is so bad, do you expect the opposite to possibly happen? ETH sentiment being so bad right now is very market driven. And guys, what was the expectation here, that Grayscale Ethereum was going to start flooding the market and the price was magically going to shoot to the moon? No, you got to let that play out over the next few days. Okay. The Solana thing, though, I've heard people say this. I've heard this talking point online. Oh, Solana is this giant scam and it's all going to collapse and it's going to go to zero, much like you saw with Luna, right? And guys, they're fundamentally different assets. The reason that Luna collapsed is specifically because of the UST redemption mechanism. There's no such mechanism that exists on Solana. No such mechanism. So for Solana to have a Luna-like collapse fundamentally misunderstands what Solana is and fundamentally misunderstands what Luna is. And anybody peddling that bullshit to you doesn't know what the hell they're talking about. Okay? Bookmark that. So no, it's definitely not going to happen. Look, can Solana struggle? Can Solana have challenges? Do they have to turn it on and off once in a while? Yeah, sure. Okay, fine. That happens. But none of that is going to happen. Okay, we're not going to see this Luna-like collapse for Solana unless, I don't know, the validator network falls to pieces or something. There's always something that I guess can happen to any blockchain, right? Some black swan issue could come up, but the mechanisms are not even closely similar. Solana is more like Ethereum. It's run by a validator network, and I know there's fewer validators on Solana compared to Ethereum, which has a huge amount of validators. Solana's got like 1,000 or whatever. Ethereum's got tens of thousands, I think, probably at this point. So that's a big difference, right? Ethereum's a lot more decentralized compared to Solana. But other than that, what's Solana used for? It's a gas token, man. It's a gas token. You pay a bit of gas, you ape into your meme coins, you send your stable coins, whatever. That's it. There's no redemption mechanism for some kind of magical stable coin or any of that kind of stuff, okay? It's important to understand these things. Okay. Let's do a few more here for you guys. Where do you guys know these questions? Is Illuvium going to collapse like FTX? I would see no reason for any of that kind of thing to happen. Okay. Illuvium now has their games coming. Is it gone live? So it's all gone live for public now. So anybody can go and play it now. Token hasn't been doing super awesome recently, but then most altcoins haven't. So it's not like it's specifically been doing bad or something. Most altcoins have been doing pretty rubbish recently. 5% inflation year on Solana. ETH is negative inflation. Yeah, whatever. A lot of altcoins have inflation, okay? So that's fine. 5% is not even that crazy, realistically, okay? ETH negative since the merge, positive for the last month by less, 0.6% inflation on Ethereum over the last 30 days. Okay, not that crazy, but still worth keeping in mind. Lark, as a follow-up, can there be a Solana ETF if it's still in beta mode? Would that be? Of course there can be. Of course there can be. Why not? Look, here's a spoiler for you. All of crypto's kind of in beta mode still. Maybe not Bitcoin, but everything else is still kind of in beta mode, right? Remember, we only recently had the merge, like was it last year? Was it late 20? I can't even remember. It's been so long. I don't know, but we recently had the merge for Ethereum. We had to move to proof of stake, all that stuff. So then Ethereum was only in beta mode until then. And what about when the next upgrades come for improved scaling and stuff like that? I mean, Ethereum's still in beta mode? Nah, these things are just, they're always a work in progress. They're technology. They're constantly moving forward and advancing. And I think when Anatoly or any of the other Solana founders talk about Solana as like a beta mode thing, they're talking about it's not yet reached its full potential. Not that it's like, some crazy dangerous software, some stuff like that. That's my impression anyway. Maybe they mean something different, but that's what I get out of it. Just wait for Fire Dancer. Yes, Fire Dancer is going to be massive, man. Fire Dancer is going to be huge. The Illuvium is part of Grayscale's top 20 most bullish tokens. Interesting. Is Matic dead? No, but it's definitely not getting the love that it should, considering all the stuff that Matic does. It's pretty crazy, man. What's your take on Jupe? I have a bag. I'm bullish. I think it's going to do very well as a beta play for Solana more generally. I do not know how much Pepe is burned for each transaction. When will a broader altcoin season start? We need a big move on Bitcoin. We need a bit of momentum to come back into the market more broadly. We've been stagnating. Bitcoin's been sideways essentially for 6 months. Altcoins have bled out during that time. If we see Bitcoin move from here to 90K, for example, in the next 3 months, as an example, then what happens? Well, Bitcoin moves up, it starts consolidating, altcoins run like crazy. Depending on how long Bitcoin consolidates, altcoins start to distribute as well. We repeat and then, do that once or twice more until we hit the cycle peak. Crypto bad, Fox. We're consolidating. Soon enough, there'll be rocket. Amen to that. Should I sell my DOT? It's doing nothing. Andrew, I can't tell you what to do with coins, my man. That's got to be your call at the end of the day. And I don't know why you bought your DOT. Are you in profit? Are you at a loss? Any of these sort of questions. Look, at the end of the day, I'm still holding my DOT. I understand that Polkadot 2.0 is on the way, that, jams, all this exciting stuff's coming for Polkadot. All right. Like I said before, my worry is that none of this stuff rolls out soon enough and we get it too late in the bear market's already started, much like Parachains did. So hopefully the Polkadot team can really start delivering some big tech sooner than later, so we get that momentum and that hype building back for the Polkadot ecosystem. Fingers crossed. Dafuk indeed, SF. Dafuk indeed. When long hair again? Never. I do not watch the Olympics. I understand they're happening. Don't watch them. Just other things going on, man. But I would root for New Zealand if I did. There you go. But I never got too much into the team sports. I enjoy the sports, right? The game itself, watching the games and the beauty of that versus like who's gonna win, so to speak. It's fun, but yeah. Anyway, I don't watch the game, so it doesn't matter. Do you think the Ada Chang hard fork will pique whale interest? I'm not sure. We do have a video coming on that. We were going to do it this week, but we bumped it back to next week. Another topic came up that a little more exciting. Okay. Lark does kind of look like he was born in Katanning, Pennsylvania. Wasn't actually born in Pennsylvania. I was born in upstate New York, but lived a lot of my life in Western Pennsylvania. Okay. Is Elvis dead? No, Elvis lives on. Come on, guys. Come on. Tupac and Elvis, they're together, obviously. Do you hold Jupe? Yes, as mentioned, we do hold Jupe. Bullish on my Jupe bags. What's going on with Phantom? Phantom. Bought a bunch of Phantom. Fingers crossed it's going to do well. I feel like with all the big upgrades they have coming with Sonic and they're really pushing for meme coins and stuff like that. It's a tough game right now to try and get a lot of attention in the market, considering how much attention like Solana and Solana meme game coins are sucking up. But I still think that my Phantom bags, again, I own them, have a good chance for some nice price performance. They don't have to 100x. I'm not expecting 100x. If we can get a liquid 10x on my Phantom bags, awesome. I'll be very happy with that. Oh boy, all right, let's do 1 or 2 more and finish up for today. The 71K resistance is tough. Yeah, real pain in the butt, that one. We're going to get over it at some point, though, guys. Don't worry. Yeah, the bull run will happen with or without Trump, but it definitely, again, as I like to keep pointing out, beyond the characters, look at what's happening. Try to remove, your sort of emotional conflict around Kamala or Donald or RFK or whatever, and just look and understand that suddenly crypto has become a major political issue in America. That in of itself is massive. Massive. And yeah, Trump is better on crypto than Kamala, obviously. How much you'll deliver on, who knows? Lark, you still bullish on Injective? Well, I think it's definitely go up in price. I've got sell orders in at $75, $100, and 20 to 30% of it currently not on a sell order, but probably will sell that if we start seeing some momentum build back into Injective. No hate on it, right? I gotta take profits at some point, guys. I mean, if I sell it for $75, it's like 75x profit or something like that. I'll be okay. It's enough. It'll be fine. Okay. Mm-hmm. Good night, Crypto Bad Fox. Do you watch cricket? No, cricket. No. No. I do occasionally watch some sports, but not very often. But I don't watch cricket, man. Just not. No. We're not going there, guys. We're not going there. Yeah, I heard that there's a ape coin chain coming, apparently. But anyway, tell iTrust to start adding some more coins. We'll pass it on. Dumped ADA 6 months ago. Very happy it is. Sometimes it can feel very emotionally good to let go of a bag, especially if it's underperforming the market, right? I've been looking at some, I've been trying to be a lot more merciless with my portfolio. I'm looking at a few of the coins there. I'm just like, I could probably sell some of these, consolidate them into some of the bags I'm more bullish on, like Avalanche, for example. More bullish on Avalanche. So sell some of the other coins, consolidate them up. And you know what? If Avalanche could give me a liquid 10x from here with less sort of mental hassle without watching those other bags, maybe there's something there. Maybe. Okay, guys. We're going to finish up for today. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for joining the stream. I appreciate you. Almost 6,000 people on stream. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for joining today's conversation. We'll be back tomorrow for more good times, and I'll see you then. Peace.